Morning and welcome to Shortcuts for Your Soul. And today we have someone's guardian angel coming through me today. A question was asked a little while ago about concerns somebody had around finances. And this guardian angel gave such a profound answer to them about how to deal with their financial concerns. So I started asking him some more questions. So the question I asked him that really stood out for me was, what have we chosen collectively and why? And wow, we're in for a really nice time this morning. It's really very simple and easy to understand that all of the stuff that's going on has been chosen consciously or unconsciously. And our opportunity is to recognize what is unconscious that does not serve us and to release it from our mind, to release it from our bodies, to recognize what we consciously want to experience and create. And the conflict we often feel is the conflict between what we want and what we have unconsciously going on. We do not know what we've chosen consciously, but we can become conscious of it when circumstances are not what we ideally want them to be. So welcome for those of you that are new to Shortcuts for Your Soul. I'm just going to take a moment over here. Yeah. So think about it. What is going on in your life? What is going on in your life that you do not like going on? Whether it's a relationship problem, I guess what this being called Aramir, what he said to me this morning very clearly, he said, you are experiencing that which you have decided you want to become a master over. What you want to master is what is giving you problems. The things that you think are a problem are what you are seeking to become a master of. That's why you have them occurring, so you can master them and no longer be subjective to any form of suffering. You did not come here to suffer. You came here to achieve mastery. And mastery is anything but suffering. It is absolute freedom to create and navigate through the forests of this world in a way that's exciting and fun for you. Cool. Gotcha. Yeah, so yes, he says take a moment to write down 3 things that are really giving you problems in your life right now, whether it's relationship, money, family problem, health, but choose three simple things. And as we go through this with Aramir, we're going to be given some strategies that we can begin to use to literally easily begin to transcend the energy that we hold internal to ourselves, that we may have even inherited, that is maintaining the conditions of our lives as we think them to be right now. And so, yes, I understand. So yeah, so write 3 things down that you think are problems in your life that you want to get rid of. I'm laughing because he says you don't want to get rid of them. You want to transcend them. You want to transform them. You do not want to get rid of problems. You want to transcend them. So many of you are trying to get rid of your problems that you keep recreating them because you're fighting against your problems. You're trying to fight and defeat your problems. And so you keep reinforcing the energy of that problem again and again and again and again, some of you for dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of lifetimes. It is time to understand the simple methodology by which you can begin to work with the energy, which is what you came here to do in the first place, to work with the energy. Yes. Thank you. So Aramir, I'm so grateful because he came to me via somebody else's higher self who had answered in response to the answer to this question resides in this other person's guardian angel. And anyway, so we had a really fascinating conversation about the simplicity of how we literally have in front of us right now any area of your life that you're struggling with, that you have a problem with, can be really remedied fairly quickly if you understand what it is that you are capable of. You have to understand that the problems are not something that are there to make your life miserable. The problems are something to empower you in the process of your mastery, of being able to recognize that you are the creator of conditions in your life, that they are not in the hands of a government, that they are not in the hands of the law, that they're not in the hands of your doctor, they're not in the hands of your lover, they're not in the hands of dollars. The solutions to your problems are within you. These things are within you, and you can resolve them fairly simply once you understand how to identify the nature of the energy, the quality of the energy connected to these events and circumstances that you are seeking to overcome. Because overcome them you can fairly easily when you understand the energy. For it is in the energy that change must occur first in order for matter to follow suit. But many of you got it backwards. You think by repeatedly changing matter or repeatedly changing relationships or repeatedly changing your investments or repeatedly changing all these things to try and overcome the problem, and the problem comes back again. It is not because of that which is outside of you. It is because of that which is within you. You cannot overthrow yourself from yourself, but you can transcend qualities of energy that you possess that are directly related to the conditions in your world. Yeah, this is so cool. Hello, Tanya. Hello, Bethany. Hello, Jana. Yes, I understand. So we're going to be going into this very simply. And for those of you that are here, you're really fortunate and blessed to be here with us today. You really are. Because you're going to be actually grateful when you understand what's going to be said today and how easily and simply you can use a problem to overcome it. You can actually use the energy of the problem to overcome it. You know, in Kung Fu and martial arts, you always use the momentum of your opponent as a mechanism for defending yourself. You don't try to fight against their energy, you utilize it. Well, the same thing is true for all of our problems. There's an energy contained in your awareness of the problem, and it's that energy that you want to harness. You want to actually harness that energy, transform or transmute that energy so that you can liberate yourself from it by converting the energy into something new, right? And I don't have the exact words that were given earlier, but I will let him give them to me in the way that he gives them to me right now. Wonderful. Thank you. We'll get to questions and answers shortly. So if you've taken the time to choose 3 areas of your life that you're having problems in, 3 areas, really simple. And what Aramir said to do, whenever you become aware of the emotion when that outside event, so let's say you get a bill in the mail, or you find out your lover has cheated on you, or you find out that there's a new rule that's going to prevent you from doing something. The minute you become aware of the emotion that you have within you regarding that external event, the external event is connected to the internal emotion, not the other way around. The internal emotion, once changed, once you change the energy inside, until it is completely changed. But every time you become aware, step 1, every time you become aware of the problem, recognize the emotion and make a conscious decision to release it, to consciously and deliberately release the emotion. So if it's a fear of issues around money, I completely and fully release and relinquish this fear now, and I restore myself to joy and love. You want to release the energy until it goes. You keep feeling the energy. I release this fear, this anger, this anxiety, this guilt, this shame around this issue. I release it deliberately and intentionally right now. I no longer require this energy in this way. As you go through that process, he says, the energy around it starts to go down. You actually start to feel that energy begin to diminish. And you keep going until you've completely released it. I relinquish and release this energy from my life. It no longer serves me. Whatever language or phrasing will work best for you, this is what he's giving to me right now. This energy no longer serves me. And I continue to release that until the energy around the money or the relationship or whatever is gone. And then I go to another process, which is to bring in the energy of what I do want. What I want and desire, the way I want it and desire it, is coming into my life in fun and surprising ways. Again, you can phrase the way, but you stay with that energy. What I want and truly desire in my life is coming to me in wonderful and surprising ways. And the reason you go to that opposite polarity is you want to keep doing that until you can feel the energy of that. The energy of things coming to you the way you want them to come to you in surprising and wondrous ways. You want to keep doing that until you feel that new energy entering your body, feel your body responding to it. And what will begin to happen is as you change the energy, as you release the old energy, and you begin to communicate and build the new energy into the system, you start to project it into the world, and it begins to organize your world for you. And then the persistence and the old energy will keep coming up until you keep releasing it, going to the new one, releasing it, going to the new one, releasing it, going to the new one, until the old one doesn't, when an event happens in the old way and you don't find yourself going, oh my gosh, you find yourself going, oh, that's just happened again. I now call in everything I want and desire in the most wonderful and joyful ways, whatever way you need to phrase this. I'm paraphrasing now. Really, really important to get into the new energy of what you want, while simultaneously not ignoring the old energy when it comes up, but transmuting it as it does. This energy no longer serves me. I release it from my life. What I just truly desire comes to me in new and wonderful, joyful ways. You shift the energy. You acknowledge the old energy. You release it. And then the triggers outside that normally trigger you get transcended. You begin to transcend those triggers. You're no longer reacting to them the same way. You're able to go into what I really want and desire is coming to me in new and wondrous and exciting ways. And and so all of the problems that you might have in your life right now, you have put them there so you can master energy. Whether it's a health problem or a relationship problem or a money problem, you've created that. It's been manufactured in your experience so that you can transcend them. You're no longer subjective. You become the master of conditions rather than being subjective to them. And that's such a profound, simple truth, that your problems are actually your solutions waiting for you to reveal them. Right? So I encourage you to really go into that. Look at the 3 areas of your life where you have the most challenges right now. And when anything comes up in those areas, recognize the emotion. This emotion no longer serves me. I release it from my life with love and grace. And I invite into my life all the things I truly desire and want will come to me in new and exciting ways. Again, find the words and the language, but it's important. You identify and release, and then identify and embrace. Identify and release, identify and embrace. Once you've done enough release, then the thing that's the problem won't bother you anymore. It'll happen. You'll see it happen to other people, but it will not bother you anymore. And suddenly you got this new energy starts showing up. And I'll tell you, I've been watching this unfold in my life since my guardian angels and the ascended beings have been working with me. I've been watching this magic unfold. And today when Aramir explained this to me, that this is what we actually have created our problems to redefine ourselves as masters of our lives. Very fascinating. So we're going to do some Q&A right now. Hello, Victorious. Hello. Hi, Bogimilla. Yeah. Wonderful. Anybody? Yeah, I see that. Hello, South Africa. Question from Danielle. I felt energy of some other being last night while I was... Yes, I did too. That's interesting. A lot of people are being visited in the night right now because they're saying our mind is the most silent at night. And when your mind is silent, your other senses begin to open up. It's like if you're in a very loud bar and you're hearing everybody talking, you can't hear the person you're talking with. But if you step outside of the bar, all of a sudden you can hear each other. It's like that too. Our minds are like that crowded bar room. And you have to learn to get your mind quiet. But yeah, I've noticed that last night too. I'm sure many others around the Lightworker community are recognizing that at nighttime they're getting energy showing up. Their guides, their angels, ascended masters, the Pleiadians, many beings coming in to experience that. Yes, there's these light bearers that have been coming into the planet big time for about a month and a half now. Bearers of light coming in like literally legions and legions of these bearers of light coming in to help humanity awaken at this time. Remember, the challenges that humanity faces is that of mastery, becoming a master of our conditions, no longer subjective to them. And we're in that process. But who was that for Danielle last night? Wow. I'm seeing an image, literally an image of it's a tree. It's like a tree. Like, if you've ever seen Lord of the Rings, this is the closest I can come to it, but not quite so gnarly, more refined a face, but like a crown on his head, leaning down to you to let nature touch you. He's saying, let nature touch you. I don't know this being, but he wears a form of a crown, and it's very like if you could see a big tree, like a redwood tree, about I guess 2.5 feet around, literally just leaning, but it's far more flexible. It's leaning over you, saying, "Let nature touch you." Again, I don't know what that will mean for you, Danielle, but this being is very clear on this. Yes, he's smiling. Yeah, let nature touch you. That's beautiful. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you so much. Wow. Hello from Oregon. Hello, Wogimila. Hello, Mary. Question, is there a message for me today? I am so active in my dreams. Yeah, a lot of people. We are getting so bridging all these different dimensions between the body self, the mind self, the emotional field, your higher self, these other multi-dimensions that we are all connected to. There are a lot of things happening simultaneously. However, you as the soul, as the individualized awareness, are in a position to begin to work with all of them, all these different dimensional selves, much like the same way you've learned to work with the fingers on your hand. So too can you utilize the energies of these different dimensions of body, mind, emotion, soul, higher self, spirit, universal energy, multidimensional consciousness. As you become more aware of these things, you have the opportunity to begin to leverage the energy, the lessons, the information contained within each and every one of them. We will be short today, I can tell you that right now. Question from Nicole. I had a visit in my dream last night from the singer that passed called Prince. Any messages for me? Wow. You said you will find your prince soon. Yes. This was literally, you are going to find your prince soon. Understand that the way we present ourselves to you is the way you are able to receive the information that we offer. And so the prince is coming to you. Interesting. I'm excited about that, Nicole, because that can be understood in ways, but he said no, it can't be misunderstood at all. You know exactly what that means. He says, you know exactly what that means. There is no doubt in her mind. Wow. Thank you. I'm going to take 2 more questions today. Yes. Bethany's asking, any messages for me? Wow, I don't know why they're showing me oranges, Bethany, but somebody's showing me that you need to eat some real, like oranges. You need to eat a bunch of oranges. Something. Yeah, they're saying it will open up the flow between your atlas joint, the energy flow. You've got a blockage in your atlas joint. They're saying eat lots of oranges today. Yes. Yeah. As you eat, have your head slightly inclined back. when you're chewing your orange. Yes, something about the energy in the orange that's going to liberate that. It's also connected to the throat chakra, isn't it? Yes, interesting. So yeah, lots of oranges today, Bethany. If you can get, what's lots of oranges? At least a dozen oranges today. Eat them gently, deliberately, mindfully. Cool. That is so cool. That happens. Question from Tanya. Does my grandmother, Lena, have a message for me? I know she's close. Recognized her when all this heat coming in right now. She tried to make you say approach the other day and didn't. Much love. What's this energy? She look further. She's saying to look up and further. I'm not sure what you mean by that. What do you mean by that? Looking up. This is not a physical thing. This is looking up. Lift your awareness up. Look up. Do not. She's saying you do not need to be so attached to what you remember me looking like. Be more aware of how I feel to you. And when you know how I feel to you, then you will know that I feel you also. Even now, if you know how you feel, I feel. And you will know how I feel. Yes. And what is that to pass between you two? She said, let my wisdom be felt in your hearts. I don't know what she's saying, in your hearts. Let my wisdom be felt in you. So she's saying, literally, when you feel her energy, to let your body respond to it. I keep getting like the third eye, the throat, and the physical heart, allowing that feeling that you get from her to be felt internally. This is what you will call looking up. For you, you'll now begin to feel the presence without the form trying to define it. And then you will know how to receive my wisdom. Interesting. I'd be very excited to know what unfolds for you from that. Thank you so much for that question. Hello, Dova Queen 555. Thank you very much. It's my son's birthday, and he is 4 and want assistance with dealing with his tantrums. Oh, interesting. Wow. He's confused. His higher self is confused. There is information that he's receiving. There's something he's receiving that is in conflict with what he came here to experience. The understanding the difference between what I want as love and what I'm receiving, I'm conflicted here. So what is it that you need to remedy this? Can you see my peace in your mind's eye? Can you see me at peace? Can you relinquish your fear and see me at peace? For then you will give me the space to be received here. Right now, I fight against the fear and the judgment. Can you see me at peace? Can you see me at peace in your mind's eye? See me at peace even when there is the opposite. Choose to see me at peace. Do not harbor your fear and your frustration, for who I am is far more than what you expected, and there is a lot to come. Be willing to receive me in peace. So he's a very high energetic soul, highly empathic. The body system is very attuned. I'm going to paraphrase what his higher self just said. Children between ages 0 and 5 do not understand language. They understand energy and images. So when he's saying for you to literally see him at peace, then you need to hold a vibration of peace in you and literally envision that beautiful little face being tranquil. Can you, like, he's coming in with a lot of energy, and do not be afraid of it. Do not be afraid of his energy. Recognize he's a very powerful being trying to anchor himself into time-space, right? And hold very clear, conscious feelings of peace towards him, even when you're concerned, especially now when you're thinking about his tantrums, you're actually focusing on feeding that element. You're feeding the conflict. See him at peace. Literally, he shows me his face, seeing him at peace. See his face at peace as often as you can, and you'll see an immediate change in the tantrum energy because you'll be receiving him in peace. When you see him in peace, you'll receive him in peace. His higher self will know that, and the vibrational self of the mind-body will fall into alignment with it, right? Thank you for that question, Dova, and please let us know what changes in the comment section when you watch this video later. That's great. Yeah, they know a lot of stuff, Bethany. I'm not surprised you have a bunch of oranges there. It's fun how they do that, eh? Like, understand, we are not these bodies. We are multidimensional beings, and we have access to multidimensional beings. We just happen to be in this physical room of time-space, but it's not all we are, you know? You work through this, you not are this. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Mara. You're welcome. I got to say thank you, Mara, for the question. I'm deeply grateful because Aramir, your daughter's guardian angel, has been chatting with me all morning since then, and has actually been the starting point for today's lesson. He wanted to communicate the same sentiment to everybody, that we literally have all got the problems we have because we want to become masters of them. We might want to become masters in that area. It's not a problem at all. It's an opportunity. Anyway, if you watch the replay of this later, you'll see what he offers, a suggestion very similar to what he said for your daughter to do, but was more precise what he gave your daughter, but what he's given to people in general is something a little different, but the same. Anyway, I hope you'll re-watch this. Remember, if you like this video and you like this content, please remember to click the subscribe button, click on the notification bell so you get notified when I read, and remember to subscribe to my channel. Please remember to subscribe and like the video. It puts it up higher in the Facebook algorithm. So give this video a thumbs up if you're watching it now, and share this information with other people. You're welcome so much. You're welcome, Dova. I'm really excited for you. Like I said, we are at a powerful place in human individuality and collective consciousness. A very powerful and exciting time where we get to demonstrate that we are masters over matter, time, and space, that we're not subjective to them. And so you don't have problems, you have opportunities in life. We all do. And I've been watching miracle after miracle after miracle happen in these last 2.5 years since I've been working with my guides and angels deliberately and consciously. So your problems are opportunities. If you're just coming in now, please rewatch this video and go back to what Aramir is saying with regard to how to utilize problems in a way to make yourself transcend them and bring into manifestation that which really serves you. And I really love that. Thank you so much, Aramir. I really appreciate that. And I want to thank all of you ladies and gentlemen that come by today. We will see you on Friday on Shortcuts for Your Soul. And again, use what Aramir said in the very beginning of today's live. It will literally, it's life-changing. It literally is life-changing. There's so much to be grateful for. Much love to all of you. I will see you on Friday on Shortcuts for Your Soul. Bye for now.